Hey, it should be afternoon now. Good afternoon, fellas. It's a little after 12, January 9th. January 9th. Makes it a year. Officially, I've been retired. My last day at the city of Henderson was January 9th, 2015. Cool. We're about 66 in the garage, working our way to about 70. Got the heater going. We're going to be in here most of the day. Wanted to take the chill out of the air and at least get everything up to temperature in here. We'll leave that on high for about 15 more minutes, or 4 degrees, whichever comes first, and then we'll drop it down to on the low setting just to maintain the heat. Cleaned up the door, and as you can see, it's pretty well chewed up. So got the DA out, got some 80 grit. But first I'm going to install it, make sure I have no bugs on it or anything else, and then we'll pull it back out and we'll start working it and get it clean. My youngest son Patrick's coming over today, and we're going to tinker with some of the body panels, like this door for one. We got to roll it up just about a 1/16 of an inch just to get that body line to line up, and then it'll also close that gap down there, and all it needs is just to roll up just a tad. We got a little more adjusting on the hood, the front upper cowl, or not the cowl, but the front upper valence panel, or the hood panel right there that needs to be. So we're going to adjust panels mostly. I'm going to be working on the glove box until he gets here, and I've got to tell you guys that we did get the torque bars back in the trunk and the deck lid back loaded. This thing is a beast now to close, but yeah, that's back in and pretty much lined up. So yeah, we drilled 1/8 inch holes here once we had it all lined up, so it's back to where the factory had it. And so I'll probably get the spoiler and put it back on and make sure, see how it works. And we'll do the latching mechanism and the lock once I order the gasket for the lock. Like I said, I did order a brand new lock set for it. That's the old lock, and that's the new one. So yeah, I wanted to rekey the thing. I don't know how many keys for this thing were out there, and there's no sense in giving everybody the opportunity to take it for a spin. If you guys have been watching HO Motorsports, Anthony's been doing a 727 tranny rebuild. Very interesting stuff. It brought back the day when I was at the 1970 when I was working at Shorelink Chrysler in Plymouth as a dealer prep on cars, and my service bay was right next to the guy who did transmissions, and I used to look over at him while he was working on transmissions, and Anthony was doing a bang-up job there. I was really impressed, and to me it was totally unique. I've never taken apart an automatic transmission. I've done Muncie 4 speeds and Saginaw 3 speeds, but never done a Muncie or an automatic, and I thought that was totally cool. Remembered some of the stuff that the guy in the bay over who was doing the transmissions for the dealership had mentioned to me and taught me, and but it was totally unique. So anyway, I'm babbling now. So when we get more done, I'll turn this back on. Later, guys. Oh, one more thing. Nobody's telling me on the video I did for the giveaway whether they want to be in the giveaway or not. And I'm not going to assume. Right now, as it stands, I think that there were 45 comments on that video, and out of the 45, 7 people said they wanted to be in on the giveaway. The giveaway is a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Cooler and carry bag that you guys saw, and that's it. On the parts, shipping out the parts, the valve covers are spoken for. I got to go get a box for them. They'll go out next week. Somebody had emailed me or texted me or left a comment, and I emailed them or left them a PM on the energy mounts, and he hasn't said anything more about the motor mounts. I figured Roger Fireman 164 would be all over these Rally Sport lenses, but he hasn't said anything, and nobody said nothing about the wiring harness for the electric fan. So here we are. Valve covers are taken, but the other 3 items are still open. Again, guys, you pay for shipping, I'll give you the parts. I can't give you the parts and cover shipping too. I'm retired, I'm on a fixed income. So y'all have a good day. When I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey fellas, we've been playing with the gaps. We got the door done. It sort of tightened it up here, but then we've been playing with the hood, and this hood is definitely junk. My son Pat's still here. Say hi.
How's it going, guys?
And no, that's down as low as I got it, man. Oh, you turning it up high? You're gonna bake us in here. It's almost 80 frickin' degrees.
Let's put some color on.
Anyway, this gap goes from perfect to here, and it widens out. We've had this hood on and off several times. This is lined up perfectly. So I think I'm gonna do is I got some 3/32 rod, and we're just gonna weld it in here on the valence panel, not the hood, the valence panel. And then take care of it that way. Because other than that, if you look, the hood is good. I have to leave this door open. Everywhere else. So the valence panel is going to come off. We're going to do some work on it. Hold on for a minute. Let me shut this off. All right, I'm back. You can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/16 of an inch. So we need an 1/8 inch. Then we come to the crown and the hood. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/16 there. On the other side of the crown, it's 1/4 of an inch there. It's 3/16 there. And it's about an 1/8 inch there, so this side of the hood can go back a 1/16, which will bring this side up a little bit. But then we might lose the alignment of the crown, and we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the upper valence off and take some measurements and mark them on the valence, and we'll get ready to do this again and take care of it. This is it. This is the last body panel, the final alignment. This door is perfect, along with the gaps. This door is just gets a little tight up in here, and I'll live with that. I'm not even going to start messing with welding the gaps on that one. And like I said, the hood. It's aftermarket fenders, aftermarket hood, and aftermarket upper front valence, and they don't even want to work well together. So while Pat's still here, we're going to pull the upper valence off. I'm going to take measurements first, about every 2 inches, and see. I want to get a 3/16 of an inch gap in here, and work from there. So, as always, thanks for watching. When I have more, I'll turn this back on. Later, guys. Hey, fellas. All right, valence is off.
Ooh, we got lights on.
It goes from an 1/8 inch, 3/16, quarter, 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 5/16, 5/16 all the way through. So, I'm going to weld right on this end. And then I'll have to reshoot the bottom. But that's no biggie. It did fit once before. So that's where we're at. It's going on 3 o'clock. McFadden is closed. All I got is number 41 stainless steel rod, and that won't do it. So we'll end up grinding this down, get it down to bare metal, and go from there. This little heater on low has gotten this garage up to almost 80 frickin' degrees. And it was almost hold still. It was almost full. So that's how much kerosene we've used. This is a good little heater. All right, guys, I'm starting to babble. At least the door is done. This, like I said, this was the final fitting on everything on the car. Next, I didn't even get to the glove box, so that gives me something to do tomorrow. The only thing that's left is this hood and the valence. So, all right, guys. You guys have a good one. Later.